So this is triple entry accounting. Welcome to Bitcoin Mastery. This is Eddie. I've been in Bitcoin since a long time ago.
Today is March 4th. And right now, Bitcoin is currently trading at, a coin is at $36 right now. Bitcoin will be worth at least $100 per coin.
And still learning about Bitcoin and trying to understand it. And so much has happened since then. Thank you for joining. Welcome to Bitcoin Mastery 101. Triple entry accounting. What is triple entry accounting? Well, let's talk about it. I'll give you an example. Triple entry accounting. This is single entry accounting. Eddie has one sheep. That's single entry accounting. All right? So if someone comes and audits me and I hand them this note that says Eddie has one sheep. Eddie has one sheep. Says who, me? What if I really have 20 sheep? Or if I don't have any sheep? How would you know? Just by this paper. You wouldn't know. So that's single entry. What's double entry? Alright, this is double entry account. Eddie has one sheep. Eddie paid $20 for this sheep. All right, that's double entry accounting. This is where we're at right now. And someone can come in and they look at this. An auditor comes in, looks at this, and they can say, "Oh, where's your sheep?" And I show them one sheep in the back. But the problem still remains. What if I have 3 sheep, but only show one sheep? Let's say you come in the morning time, and I give you this sheet of paper. I give an auditor this sheet of paper, right? 3 sheep, $60. All right. In the evening time, you come in, I give you this sheet. I give you this sheet of paper. So, which is it? Which is it? I have one sheep in the morning. I have 3 sheep in the morning, 1 sheep in the evening. Based on which auditing company you work for. I just have somebody out back moving the sheep. Hide the sheep. Bring some sheep. Bring 2 sheep. Take 10 sheep away. That's what you call double entry accounting. And there's, as you can see, multiple issues with that because there's not any single book, right? There's no official book. Depending on what the auditor that comes in, you might give one auditor the blue book, the other auditor the red book, and you might be erasing it. So what is triple entry account, Eddie? Let me show you what triple entry account is. We're going to go to newworldaddress.com. And this is the easiest platform to allow triple entry accounting. All right. This platform gives you access to the blockchain, and you can write to the blockchain. So to write on a blockchain, I'm going to give you an example of triple entry accounting. So here we go. I'm going to type in here Eddie dot sheet $55. Eddie.sheet.55. All right. So here is, now I'm going to share this with the auditing body. All right. So I'm going to put in here Eddie's official book for sheep to share with all auditors. Now, of course, I'm going to have to let the auditors know this and make this public information, okay? Or send out a confirmed email to all auditors saying that this is the auditing book, okay? So, I'm going to place this on a blockchain. Put in an NWA code and hit send. Faces to the blockchain. It's in the blockchain. All right, so we have two entries in here. One sheep purchased from Sam's Farm on 5/14/24, 5 p.m. Paid $20, and then down here we have the computer's official date and time that this was entered in. All right. So we have one sheep purchased from Sam's Farm on 5/14. So you'll be able to, an auditor can come in and say, hey, well, let me explain what we can be doing. All right. So let's say late on the night, I'll say two sheep purchased from Mary's farm. I paid $60 for those. Hit send. All right. So now let's go back. Let's look at all the entries. Two sheep purchased from Mary's farm on 5/14 at 5 p.m. paid $60. All right. So now, let's say Mr. Auditor comes in and the auditor takes a look at the books, right? Auditor Mike Smith now. Auditor Mike Smith to look at books. I'm going to hit send. All right, transaction done. Auditor Mike Smith to look at book of Eddie's Farm. We have the date and the time that Mike Smith input this into the system. He does 5 15, 2024. So Mike, he has his own NWA code, right? He's going to put in his own NWA code and going to create a transaction. So now Mike's NWA code is going to be different than Eddie's NWA code. And also, people can see Mike's signature. Everyone knows this is Eddie's official book for sheep to share with all auditors. 1 sheep purchased from Sam's farm, 2 sheep purchased from Mary. Auditor Mike Smith comes in. He's able to see all the past transactions and make sure everything looks good, right? Auditor Mike Smith signs off on it. And he has 3 sheep with 2 stamps from Sam's farm and 1 stamp from Mary's farm completed. So now, let's say 2 days from now, this is going to show multiple auditors. Eddie's book has multiple auditors, and each auditor can communicate with the other auditor. If Auditor Mike needed to contact the state for whatever reason, all he needed to do is contact the state and ask for Greg number 2343, right? Or vice versa. And everything's public. Now, just because it's public does not mean everyone can see it or everyone knows where it is. Okay? So that's why I gave the example of Eddie Sheep 55, Eddie Sheep 555. Because let's say if I wanted to hide or not disclose something to outsiders, but I only wanted the auditors to know, and I didn't want my competition to know, I could create something else that it doesn't have to be known, okay? It doesn't have to be Eddie.sheep.555. It can be, anything. It'll still be the same information here. Yeah, it's public, but that doesn't mean that people know where it's at, where to find it at. So this is triple entry accounting.